funny. Kristen's always saying my worlds are colliding now because I'm going to the gym today and I'm taking Barry from HR with me.
That's right.
They're running a great special right now.
Bring a friend week.
Bring a friend week. And if you bring them and they sign up for the classes, for like even just a few months, I get $20 off my bill every month forever. Okay?
That is a good promotion.
It's a great promotion. They never do this. And it's the first time I've gone to that gym for 6 years. First time I remember them doing that. Plus, Barry from up in HR, usually they give you 1 free class. Now that you get 6, you add 5 to that. So you can go 6 times before he makes the decision.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I was like, okay, Barry, let's do it. He'd been talking to me about it for a while.
I have been watching this Biggie play out, this planned outing.
Yeah.
For about 2.5 weeks now, and every day gets more and more intense in the office. Yesterday was the most intense ever. I can't imagine the scale today.
Today, off the charts.
I can't. I'm going to be honest. I'm very worried about both of you. In fact, if there wasn't such a shortage of first responders out there right now, I would see if I couldn't get the county to set up an ambulance outside just in case.
Biggie, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the good news is there's a fire department literally 50 yards
That's true. There is.
from Kelly's gym.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Well,
a well-stocked fire department.
My friend, young Mike, who I go to the gym with, he goes sometimes very early in the morning. They have classes all day. I go at noon. That's where Barry will be with me. Well, Mike just texted me and said, I just finished this class. This is the hardest class we've done in months.
Oh, no.
But they're not gonna hit you with that out of the gate, will they?
Well, you really go at your own pace. Everybody has the same class, but you can go at your own pace. I mean, he can slow down if he wants to, but Mike says, man, they put you through the It's a killer, man.
I feel like both of you, though, this is like if it was a movie. This is like when the old high school rivals come together to play a basketball game.
Yeah.
You each are trying to relive, and I'm worried that you're both going to want to outdo the other one so much.
Well, because I told Barry, I said, look, now, this is a pretty tough workout. And Barry's like, no stranger to tough workouts, man. Bring it.
I won't get the quote just right, but Biggie yesterday, Barry said, I want to sweat.
He said,
is it going to be hot in there?
I said,
Kelly says it's cold when you go in,
but they keep it cold, but then, you heat up.
You move.
And I said, you can shower there after if you're coming back to work, which he is. And he said, will I sweat enough to come back to work? And I said, yeah, you're going to
sweat through your shirt.
I said, you're going to sweat through your shirt.
Bring a change.
Yesterday, this is how obsessed I am now. Okay. My wife hates this, and you'll call me really obsessive about this. But every once in a while, they do what's called a benchmark, like run a mile as fast as you can. And then and you log it in their computer, and then you can look and see, did I go faster this time than I did last time? So yesterday was row 200 meters as fast as you can. We're on the dry boat. Now, that takes me around, I try to break 30 seconds is what I try to do. Okay, that's my goal. And, I mean, it's a really quick thing. So you get 2 shots at it during the class. You do it early, you do it in the middle of the class. And so yesterday, the first time I did it in like 30 flat, right at it. But I wanted to be in the 29 range. My friend young Mike was in 29. Okay. Second time around.
Hardo wants a second round.
So the class was at noon. I did this at the noon class. You get 2 shots. Second time around, I was worse because you gassed. Right?
Yeah.
Did worse. And so
you did not.
Well, I went home and I said, I said to my wife, I might go back at 4:15.
I knew it.
And try it again.
God.
And she said, you are not going back at 4:15. You are not doing
a third
that.
shot at that little boat.
I said, I want to get back on that dry boat. And I said, I said to her, you have to give me this. I have to go back.
I don't ask you for much.
I don't ask you for much. You have to give me this. She goes, I'm not happy about this. And you are not to do this. And I said, well, I'm thinking about it. Well, then I just signed up. And if you late cancel, and I signed up at like 3, and if you late cancel, they charge you. They charge you $12. So I signed up on the app, and about 3:45, I start putting my shoes on. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm putting my shoes on because I'm going to row." And she said, "No,
I gotta do it."
I said, "You are not." And I said, "I already signed up. That's a $12 charge if I don't go." And she goes, "Oh."
She didn't just say that eat the 12.
No.
You're both as tight with $1.
That's right. I knew.
That's what keeps you together.
Yeah.
So I went back. Did worse.
Please tell me you lied to her
Did worse.
and said you did better just to...
No. I got home.
You couldn't even prove anything.
No. And I said, she goes, "How'd you do?" I said, "Worse." Both times. Each successive one got worse, which makes sense.
The exact same workout, or you just do the little dry boat?
Exact same workout. She goes, "Well, don't stay for the whole workout." But once I got there, I was like, well, I might as well just do it. So I just did it again. Instead of just dry boating, I did the whole thing, all the running, all everything. And when I got home, she goes, "So you?"
This is disturbing. And Biggie's right. The hardo off between you and Barry today.
I know.
You as the grizzled veteran and him as the rookie with something to prove. He's Caitlin Clark. You're the entire WNBA.
You're right.
I don't.
The newcomer
Who resents the noob for getting all the glory.
The newcomer who's trying to get all the glory, and here I am. Exactly. I'm everybody else.
Several times, Chris Demm and I have been forced together outside of work to do things.
Yeah.
But today might be the only day that I'm offering to have him hang out with me after work. So we both go sit outside the gym and wait for you two to come out.
We should get chicken salad sandwiches and just wait.
Yeah, you should.
Exactly.
You sit there and watch for us. That's right. But man, even when I was done, I was just like, man, that was probably a bad decision, because now you talk about being gassed. I mean, you do that workout twice, and you're like, oh, it's just a killer. And my wife said,
and then pickleball for 3 hours.
Right. And my wife says, no one has ever gone so far to do so little. And
well, that's just it.
That's right.
You couldn't even,
that's true.
That's the worst part. You couldn't even drive home and say, I achieved my goal.
Yeah.
You had to drive home, walk in and say, I did the worst so far.
You couldn't walk through the door and just holler 29 flat.
Right. The trainer, there was one guy at noon and a different woman at 4:15, and she said when I walked in, she goes, "Didn't you come at noon?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm coming back." And she goes, "You're kidding."
Divorce? We see this a lot from when people first get separated. We see them all the time because they have nothing else.
Is this the revenge body, baby?
Yeah.
Right.
Principle.
And I walked back in there, and she's like, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah." And so she checked my time, and then the first time I did the row, she looked over my shoulder. She's like, bummer. Because I missed it by, a 0.5 seconds.
Next.
Right, exactly. And I got one more shot. I had 4 shots at it total, twice at each class. And it got worse every time. And the last time, she's like, yeah, I knew you weren't going to do it this time because, how can you?
There's a great, you probably haven't seen it because it's a Western, but the Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yes.
One of Clint Eastwood's best.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen it. There's a young bounty hunter who tries to track down Josie Wales in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And Josie Wales, at first, talks him out of getting into a gunfight with him.
Right.
He doesn't want to shoot the kid.
I don't want to kill you. I don't want to shoot you.
He says, it's, in effect, dying ain't much of a living, boy.
I remember that line. I know that line.
So the kid skulks out with his tail between his legs.
Yeah.
There's a beat. Josie Wales does not leave the bar.
Mm-hmm.
The young kid comes back in. He said, I had to come back. And that's you.
That's me.
And Josie Wales said, I know.
So did he?
And he dispatched him.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
he had to.
That's it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back.
God.
And I was dispatched.
And you were dispatched.
I was. And really on the way over there, my legs were like jelly. And I was like, I can't do this. There's no way I can. And a lot of the people there were like, why didn't you come at noon today? I said, I did.
Long day at work?
That's what a lot of them
No, I
said.
was here earlier.
Are you now the subject of these subreddits when people talk about crazy hardos at the gym?
Yes. I have become that crazy person.
What do you think the coaches say off the record about you?
They're like, God, this guy is like some sort of maniac, So what is he doing?
Well, what you want is them to be like, look at this commitment.
Yeah.
But reality is they're not saying
he's
that.
crazy.
They're
He's
concerned.
crazy.